Hello, demon, and welcome to a side session of Philly by Night. Tonight's in character date is June 2nd, 2024. The title of this session is Cold Dead Hearts, wherein Lenka and Cyrene sit down to have a bit of a heart to heart chat. As we start our session, we will first begin with Cyrene. Cyrene, you rouse from your day sleep an hour before sunset. You can feel the last long rays of sun rankling your beast as you feel ever so slightly on edge. We will narrate a bit of each of your hunting this evening since we did take half before the session started. But, Cyrene, you rouse from your day sleep, and the beast is, while rankled, it is still quiet. It has not quite roused to the level that you would face some of the more unpleasant side effects of having a fully awakened beast within you. So tell me, how does Cyrene start her evening?
So Cyrene came home after the Smashbox thing, sending off the letters, and what have you. She kind of, it's probably a night that Lenka stayed in the master bedroom with them, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. So she probably looks over at Lenka, sees passed out corpse still, kind of just sighs, leans over, forehead kiss, tucks some hair behind her ear that's out of place, and we'll get up, go do her prayers, let Arwen out of his crate, all that sort of normal morning routine stuff, and try and center herself for what's going on.
Okay. As you go through your normal beginning of the night routine, you do begin to feel your beast quiet ever so slightly, letting you know that the sun has in fact gone down. Uh, at this point, you would know that it is safe to hunt as the sun has set behind the Philadelphia skyline. And you head out to one of your usual hunting spots. Uh, as you as you head over there, you look around for an appropriate vessel to take your nightly feeding from. You come across an individual who is railing against the nurses and seemingly upset that they are removing certain personal effects from his room. Not stealing them, mind you, but packing them away. This man has reached the end of his life, and it is only a matter of time before he slips into the great hereafter. As you take your drink from him, you feel yourself tickled by this passionate longing. One of the items that they had removed from the man's room was an old wedding picture. A man dressed in a World War II Marine Corps uniform, and a woman clad in white. As you leave the hospice and head back to the Haven, we will pivot over to Lenka. Lenka, you have likewise roused from day sleep. Um, you, however, have roused at hunger 3. As you awaken, you see the dark, shifting form that flickers back and forth between Crystalline and your prince. They say nothing because the look on each of their faces could not be more clear. There is a not a disappointment, but an anger. You can feel the eyes upon you as the form flickers and fades. The beast rouses within you and drives you to go find sustenance. And you're able to find it fairly easily. And as you quench your thirst and sate your hunger, you also find yourself filled with a tickle of a passing passion before returning back to the haven. But as you return back to the haven, because you did not go nearly as far as Cyrene did, as you return to the haven, you find something on the front steps. You find a bouquet of white roses.
Okay.
Attached to the white roses is a card. The card reads, "Be mine, M."
Okay. Um, she takes the roses, brings them inside, reads the card again. She's very confused, and she'll just put the roses in the trash can by Cyrene's desk.
Okay. It is about this time that Cyrene returns to the haven. Cyrene, can you go ahead and give me a wits and awareness?
Sure. Emotional state come into play at all?
Uh, Not on this one.
Ack, no. I didn't want to click on that pop up. I just wanted to use the dice bot. For success.
Excellent. You see in the trash beside your desk a bouquet of white roses.
Hmm. Kindred don't need to breathe, but with the blush of life, it's an automatic, and being humanity 8, it's a sigh, and she'll scuttle into the room, change into like the booty shorts, the comfy socks, a crop top, and Lenka's flannel that she stole, which reveals the new tattoos that she got over before Lydia had left town. The good Lydia, not the one that we don't like.
That's
Uh,
right.
and just kind of peek her head back out, rubbing Arwen's ears. Hun, you home?
In
And with
here,
that, I leave the scene to the two of you.
Lenka is on the couch. She's laying there as long as she is, short as she is. And she's just holding this card in her hand, just like looking at it, turning it around, like just examining it.
Yeah. Um, she'll, if Lenka lets it, Cyrene will sit next to her head, kind of, letting Lenka use her lap if she wants as a pillow so they can talk better.
Yeah, sure.
She'll look at the card. Suppose you got questions.
Suppose you got answers.
All right. This wasn't where I was planning to start, but his name is Michael.
Getting married now?
The only one I want to marry, if that's still ever an option, is you.
Flattering. Why is he sending you flowers?
I knew him in Seattle. He was a patient, lost his family in a fire. There's this term called transference. Um, Basically, it's where it's a common thing in the psychology field where you help somebody and they develop feelings for you. Most of the time, people are able to rationalize it away, but he took it a step too far and started stalking me. Eventually, I was able to work with mortal authorities, and he was arrested and went to jail. And well, I moved to Florida, and it's been 2 years. I thought he was gone.
I see. So there's just a crazy guy stalking you.
Yeah, I I'm working with Islington on it.
Mm-hmm. Got it under control.
Yeah, you're you're the first person outside of him, and fortunately, Zero was at that meeting, so he heard. You're the first person I
Why
wanted to
am I
tell.
not the first person, period, to know?
Because it's been hard to get a hold of you lately,
Fair.
and I worry about you. I know you're trying this new path, and I don't want you to do anything to jeopardize it.
Too fucking late.
Ah, yes, the new path. That new path that started with you crushing a man's skull against a wall for the fun of it.
She sits up and just flicks the card away from her. And scoots a little bit away from Cyrene, putting up her legs, like kind of up to the side, a little bit under her. So her legs are kind of in the way of Cyrene scooting closer.
She's familiar with this tactic. Cyrene just kind of raises an eyebrow, also gets up, goes to the bedroom, and comes back with the red blanket. And she'll kind of set it in between and sit cross legged looking at Lenka.
What, so I'm a baby that needs a blanket now?
No. Sometimes it's nice to feel something around you, even if it isn't a person. It's there as an offer. You don't have to take it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You want to tell me what you mean by it's too late?
shakes her head. I don't think there's any point in telling you about it. There's no changing it. It's only moving forward.
Does it have to do with that thing in the tunnels that y'all did?
No, but that's a different story.
You trying to fix whatever happened?
Fix what?
I don't know. What you said made it too late.
There's nothing to do with what happened in the tunnels.
Okay. I just. Progress isn't linear. One step forward sometimes means 3 steps back, and sometimes it's 10 steps forward and 1 step back. As long as you're still willing to try.
I don't know. I don't think I'm cut out for this.
Can you give me some clarification on this? Because there's a lot of thises, and I want to make sure I've got the right reaction.
You know, you're smart. You're clever. You talk to people. Surprised you don't already know. You have those visions too. How do I know you're not just using your psychology tricks to get me to talk about it? It's not going to work, idiot.
One, I haven't been trying to force any visions since this war stopped. Surprisingly, haven't had any hit. It's kind of got me spooked, actually. And two, like I told you when we started this, you're my partner, not my patient. I'm not gonna force you to open up. I'm not gonna force you to tell me anything. If you're talking about what happened in the tunnels, then yes, Zero let me know that he stuck his nose in our business and other things that happened.
He's lucky I didn't punch his face. Ripped his throat. He's a prick, you know. He's really annoying. Could have gotten all of us killed.
In the which are we talking when we were on in the other world, or in the tunnels, or with the anarchs? Because that was a whole thing.
I'm talking about when we went to investigate the tunnels, and then he ended up just. We were there for Q, you know? He ended up just getting into a tunnel all by himself, and I was lucky I saw him. Grabbed him with my shadows, and got a hold of him. He could have gotten lost. Triggered some bad monster we didn't know was in there.
Yeah, there's he hasn't said anything yet, but I have a feeling it'll come up. We all meet together here in a few days, but we're all gonna need to keep a better eye on him.
What do you mean?
Benny's orders. She has some concerns about him being a security risk.
All right. Are you gonna talk more about that?
I'm trying to find out more, and when I know more, I'll share what I know.
You're right.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we never talk anyway. What would we talk now?
Because, you stupid knucklehead, I'm fucking in love with you, and I'm trying to talk to you, and you keep running around in circles, not letting me talk to you.
Well, maybe it's because I'm not worth talking to.
Who the fuck said that?
I did. Everyone else did.
Well, fuck you, fuck them. I choose who I want to talk to, and she will jab your chest as hard as she can with two strength. Want to talk to you. I want to make sure you're okay. I'm worried about you, Lenka.
Care so much, you should be.
I am.
Well, good.
Good.
Good. Fine.
Great. At least you didn't make me follow you in the shower this time.
Well, night is young.
Just lightly poke you this time in the arm.
Is that supposed to hurt?
No.
Good.
Besides, if you wanted, I'm pretty sure you could, she'll gesture to where her office is. And there's a wall, obviously, between the living room and the office. Put me in there with a flick of your wrist.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Would you like that?
No, because that gets very loud, and then we have to explain to the authorities why there was a very loud crash and bang.
Hmm.
What I like is you. My impulsive, impetuous firecracker of a partner who's had my back ever since she met me, surprisingly, even though she shouldn't have.
Yeah, well, joke's on you. You shouldn't have had my back either, because I'm just trouble.
Oh no, my trouble. Whatever will I do?
Find someone that's not trouble, like Michael.
The one who's stalking me. Can
Hmm.
you say that again a little slower and see if you come up with the reason why that's bad?
I also stalked you quite a bit.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Huh.
See, we're no different. Except, well, he's him and I'm me. I'm pretty much better than him, but
You're the one I want, Lenka. Even why did you do what you did in the tunnels?
did what?
That girl? I remember the con we were trying to run on that new brouhaha in town before we left.
Oh. What
And
was
this
her name
is
again?
starting to sound like what you did. That fledgling.
What was her name? Oh shit! It's right. It's right there.
ST. Cyrene knows the name, right? Because I have a feeling Zero said it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, you would know that that fledgling's name is Songbird, or at least that's what she's called.
Songbird.
Right. Right. Oh, cutie. What about her?
Lenka.
I'm not doing what I did to that brouhaha. I was just being really nice. I don't have any plans on doing what I did to that brouhaha.
Lenka, I get you're trying. I do. But there's a bigger picture now. We're the ones in charge. We can't be messing with. She's basically like it's like Crystalline messing with you is how people are going to look at it.
Really? That's weird.
Yes.
Well, shit. Came off wrong then.
It happens. I come off wrong all the time too.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
likable.
Sure. I've made myself useful enough for people to think they like me outside of you. You seem to be the only one that actually wanted me for me.
Yeah, and wasn't always like that. Pretty useful though. Nice to keep around. And you're keeping me in line, which is good for me, I guess.
Maybe, well, A, it's because I love you, and B, maybe it's because I know you got greatness in you, and you deserve a chance like I got.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I do. I don't know what you're all seeing me. You and John and Nathaniel and anyone. I'm a fucking failure. I'm a toy that was discarded. I'm a fucking murderer. Why? What do you see in me? Apparently, I never change.
Lenka, you know I've killed people too.
Fun. For
And
the hell of it.
frenzies.
Because someone made your night a little bit shitty and you just decided to, like. Never mind.
Sad to let go.
Wrong guy at the wrong time. Wrong place.
There was man once in Chicago. I think it was about 20 years the night I got shot and turned. Was it Seattle? Not the point. It was a city. I was taking a shortcut. He thought I was somebody to make a quick buck off of. So he pulled out a gun. And I thought, how dare he? Well, let's just say there wasn't much left to identify after. So, you know, not perfect, Lenka. I've killed people when I'm hungry, and I've killed people when I'm angry. And maybe less than some people, but I've done it. John's done it. Alicia's. Hell, how we found Alicia? A lot of folks in our society would consider that the ultimate murder. Though I say good for her. Prick deserved it and worse. But none of us in this city are without sin. We just keep trying, and hopefully we do better the next night.
Probably. At this point, I need a babysitter, though.
I don't think I wouldn't call it. There's a psychology in the field of recovery. Sometimes people need what's known as a sober companion. The idea it's somebody who's been there before, who's managed to claw their way out of something and made it to the other side. It's kind of like a sponsor and a mentor all rolled into one. Someone who gets the struggle. Maybe we can. I don't know how. I know John has been teaching you a lot. I don't know if he maybe knows somebody like that. I know Islington offered to help.
I don't want Islington's fucking help.
I know, but you'd be surprised. He said he likes you and thinks you have a lot of potential too.
It's a long time ago. I don't think he was telling the truth.
Well, he just told me it recently, so I don't know. The point is we're not.
Fuck is he taking?
I don't know. He has a kid now, so maybe it's the new dad feels,
Huh?
right?
Shit.
Yeah.
It's not Songbird, is it?
No, little little red-headed thing. More nervous than me, surprising. About 0 levels of nervous.
Oh.
I don't think he prepared her for what we found in the chantry with everything Lynch was doing.
Oh no, it's almost a certainty that he did not prepare her.
She's trying to be generous, but even Lenka could probably tell that that's her being nice. Yeah, little redhead thing. Name's Madeline. Weirdest thing about her eyes, they look familiar for some reason, but can't place it.
Hmm.
But there's people who are willing to help Lenka. It's you have to want the help though. I can't force you into changing. I'm not gonna do what Alicia did to Eric. Drag somebody's humanity by their toes. You would be
Seems so easy though.
sure. Except man was suffering every minute of it because he went from I think about where you are to where she and I are at in the span of a night.
In a span of moments.
Oh, and well, Cyrene doesn't know how exactly it works, so she's estimating.
More just making sure it's on the recording for posterity.
That's fair. Um, and she just kind of looks at Lenka. But humanity's not easy, Lenka. It hurts. There were times I told people back down south I wished I didn't feel as much as I did. Still do sometimes. There is so much. There's good and there's bad with every side of everything. You have to know what you're coming back to. And if you want to do it, I promised you I'd stay. And even if you don't go back, And even if it ends up we move into separate havens or something, I will still be here for you in some way. And if you do get back and you decide you want separate havens and someone different.
Lenka will punch Cyrene's shoulder.
Gently, right?
Medium.
Okay, that's fair. Ah!
Medium, you say? Okay. Mm, no, no, no. I won't make you roll this time.
Thank you. I'm not out to dislocate or break anything.
But Cyrene, how are you feeling in this moment as you're pouring out your heart to your partner?
Uh, like there's a part of her that just wants to reach out and shake Lenka and be like, "Do you understand what I am saying to you? Say something. Give me some sign." Um, and the other, this is just like her trying to contain, trying to put everything she's been feeling for a while into words and like trying to lay out, like, yes, I care for you, but I can't make this decision for you. I'll support
Right.
the decision you make, however that ends up, but like, I understand it may not be with us together anymore, as scary as that may be.
And Lenka, how is Lenka feeling with all of this emotion that's being thrown at her right now?
Ugh, is what she's feeling. Like, she hears the words, she sees the emotion happening, and she do words she does wish that like she could regain some of what she lost. um she does not want to be at the same like level as Cyrene at all, but she kind of misses feeling a little bit. She's starting to, at least. And she's worried that now she's gotten in a lot of trouble lately, and she's worried that her lack of emotion is doing that to her. And that is what motive is gonna be the motivator right now, I think. um and the fact that Cyrene thinks that she's not gonna be around for Lenka anymore is absurd, which is why she punched her. Because of course, like, that's a no-brainer. Cyrene is the only one Lenka can rely on 100%.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Now let's see here. We've got but yeah, it is a strange thing, these emotions. So I guess my question becomes, what do you want to do about it, Lenka?
See, that's just it. She
Because, oh,
sorry.
no, go ahead. No, you go.
She had all these plans and she spoke to Bambi, but she is not sure how to put those things into action. Um, and she doesn't know how to talk about it. And she doesn't know how to ask for the help because she doesn't know what she's actually needing. Um, she just has the ideas. But
Cyrene, can you give me a wits and insight? Yes, with your specialty. Yes, with your lore sheet.
Yay! More dice. Will 3 do it, or should I willpower?
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Sure, I'll willpower.
Okay.
Brought it only up to 4.
Okay. You can tell that there is something weighing on Lenka. You can't quite tell what, but there is this beyond the talk of humanity, beyond the talk of your relationship. There is something that seems to be pressing on the back of Lenka's mind.
Okay. Cyrene, is sitting cross-legged. Will kind of scooch up to the blanket a little more, not crossing into the space, and just look at Lenka. Remember that god-awful funeral home your family called a haven?
oh yeah, shitty place.
I mean, it's nice to go to church again, I guess, but you remember how you got hit by the car and everything, or whatever that spirit bullshit was, and I came there that night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I brought you that, and she'll point to the warded necklace. And I made you a promise. She'll hold up her pinky. Partners in crime, remember? So, if there's a problem, maybe I can use my stupid big old brain to help you with it. At least give you a starting point.
Your stupid big old brain has enough work to do.
Yeah, so that can fuck off right now because I'm at home with my person.
Mm-hmm.
And the person in front of me is a little more important than what's outside that door.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Not so sure everyone else agrees, but okay, hey, sure. Whatever.
Does Lenka have the ring that Cyrene gave her?
Probably not on her finger.
But it's like in the bedroom or something.
In her pocket or in the bedroom, you wouldn't know.
Okay. She'll just roll her eyes. I made you that promise, and then I gave you a ring to remind you of that promise. I don't care where you put it, but the point is, you could ask me to leave the city right now, Lenka, and I'd say, fuck it, let's go.
Really? You would?
Yeah,
Don't fucking mess with me.
I would.
Fine, let's go.
Okay. And Cyrene will go start grabbing a duffel bag.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I was kidding. Jeez.
I wasn't.
Really?
She will, because she's up with the duffel bag and is feeling this fleeting choleric resonance and feeling very passionate, yeet the bag, come over, push Lenka back against the couch and kiss her passionately, and pull back.
Lenka will have her eyes open the entire time and just feel nothing.
I know. It's more of a, like,
Just letting it happen, but just being like, is this really necessary? Just in her brain.
yeah. Humanity 5 versus Humanity 8 gestures. They're different. She'll pull back and roll her eyes.
Okay, fine, I get it. Okay, fine. Fine!
Good!
Shut up! Jeez.
Fuck you too.
Later.
So are you gonna let me help or not?
What am I gonna do? How is this gonna work? You said earlier there's something positive in everything. What the fuck positive thing is there in like me crushing the skull of a guy? Just some guy. Please tell me there's something positive that I can learn from that. That I'll
Cyrene,
get.
while this conversation is going on, can you go ahead and give me a wits and awareness -1 die because you're in the midst of a conversation?
Okay. I take it death specialty doesn't come into play.
Not this time.
Okay.
Okay. It is at about that moment that you hear two sounds: the breaking of glass and the tearing of fabric, before you feel a sharp pain in your side and your hunger goes up by 1. Lenka, please also give me a wits and awareness.
I had words to say, damn it.
Yes, you did. Okay. Don't sweat that bestial. Don't sweat that bestial. The difficulty was low because you are right on top of Cyrene. Well, Cyrene's right on top of you, but you see what looks to be a long, slender tube fly through the window
Oh, god damn
of your
it.
haven and pierce Cyrene's side.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
She now has some sort of silvery device hanging off of her rib cage.
Like, how big is it?
About the size of a cigar.
Oh, grabbing it, pulling it out.
Okay. Cyrene, you are going to take 1 point of superficial damage.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, sorry. Is there anything significant about it as I'm holding it?
Yes. You would see on one end 4 prongs and what looks to be a now bent needle.
Rush.
Don't.
As you crush it, give me a Strength plus brawl, please.
Lenka, that's evidence. Don't break it.
It crushes easily in your hand as a mixture of cork and vitae dribble down your arm.
She will drop it onto the floor, and then she will rush over to the window to try and spot anything.
Okay, give me a resolve and awareness, please.
Cursing and texting Benny, because Sheriff should know probably somebody's being attacked in their haven.
I'm gonna use Oblivion Sight just to be able to see in the darkness better.
Okay. Oblivion Sight doesn't need a rouse, does it?
No.
It's one of the freebie ones.
That's right, it is one of the freebie ones. I'm going to give you a minute to contemplate that one.
Please fix. Please fix.
I fixed.
Okay. You very briefly see a man turn and run from the top of a nearby building. But you are able to, with 5 successes, briefly catch a glimpse of his face.
Okay. She will yell the description back to Cyrene.
Yep, Cyrene is texting it to Benny. I'll post it after session in the texting area.
Yep.
And then then Lenka will grab whatever bookshelf or tall thing she can, and just move it like in front of the window.
Okay. It is easy enough for you to grab a bookshelf and move it in front of the window. But yeah. So, Cyrene, you are now feeling a bit hungrier. You are at 2 hunger.
Yeah.
And you have this crushed device now laying on the floor.
She'll sigh and pick it up and take photos of it. Given her intelligence in medicine, can she basically figure it out kind of from like the fledgling session? This is one of those blood taker thingies.
You know what? Go ahead and give me an intelligence. Give me an intelligence and technology.
Not
You
as
will
good.
have you will have 1 bonus die from what you received from Islington as far as information goes.
I'm gonna spend a willpower because bestial.
Okay.
Mm, 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, the hunger was wrong. So do you just want me to re-roll it all together, or
re-roll the whole thing? Yeah,
okay.
we're just gonna bleep that out.
It never happened.
Okay.
Oh look.
We'll go with 3. I'll count the willpower spent.
Okay. With 3 successes, it does look an awful lot like the device that Islington had told you about.
Okay. She does not like that, considering it's now been her and a Tremere fledgling. This is starting to kind of sound some warning bells in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna grumble, I gotta text Islington. And she looks at the device. I'm probably gonna need to do scry that later. And we'll
Are you all right though? What was that? Who was that? What happened?
I don't know who that was.
Do I need to go after him? I will.
No, I'm texting Benny.
You know what, Lenka? Someone
Mhm.
fucked with your stuff.
Someone fucked with my stuff.
No, god damn
Go
it.
ahead and give me a composure and resolve.
You can try and hold him.
I only have 2 strength, hun.
That's what I'm saying. Oh. Mm.
Well, oh, okay, you're gonna spend another willpower.
Wasted.
This rankles you. You do not like this one bit. And before Cyrene could say another word, you were off like a shot out the door of the Haven. Cyrene, do you wish to follow?
Shit, yeah,
Sorry,
she's
I don't
gonna
understand.
god damn it, Siri.
Dispatch.
Yeah, no, Cyrene is cursing, calling for Cass, throwing on some sweatpants and a jacket to cover the obvious rip in the flannel and the blood. Getting Arwen, and we're following her in the minivan trying to catch her.
Okay. Lenka, go
Yeah.
ahead and give me a strength and athletics, please.
I do have rapid reflexes, just mentioning that in case that this comes up at all.
Ye.
Strength and athletics, you said.
Strength and athletics, yes. Okay. You are able to sprint behind the building and, with little to no effort, scale the wall up to the rooftops. You see, at a distance, a few rooftops away, you see the flutter of cloth going over the edge of a building.
Oh, I'm following.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Dex and Athletics to bound over the rooftops. Cyrene, I would like for you to give me a Resolve and Awareness to be able to follow, or no, you know what? A Resolve and Drive, because you're in the minivan.
Not great, but I'm not gonna fix that because I'm gonna preserve my willpower.
It's okay. It is not the most graceful thing, but you are able to bound across the rooftops thanks to your supernatural dexterity. You are able to make it to where you saw this flutter of fabric. It's it's a touch clumsier than you would have liked, but you make it there. You make it there just in time to see two individuals in an alleyway beneath you take off on a small motorbike.
Damn it. Um, Do I see any license plate, anything, as I am rushing after them?
You can go ahead and give me a resolve and awareness if you'd like.
Well,
You are not able to
I
okay.
fixed it.
All right. Well, we're just gonna
Hope it
spend
helps.
that willpower tonight. You are able to spy the back of the bike, but there is no badges, no license plate. These people did not want to be tracked.
I'm out on the street right now, right?
You are on a rooftop.
I'm on a rooftop, but like, is it a busy street? A lot of people.
Fairly.
Uh,
It's like 10:30 at night.
right. I'm just gonna keep on tracking them on the rooftop as long as I can.
Okay. With that resolve and awareness, I will go ahead and say that it is difficult, but you are able to see what direction they were headed in. Um, Cyrene, it is difficult to keep up with Lenka as she's flying from rooftop to rooftop and just sprinting across the tops of these buildings.
Parkour.
Uh, but as you are driving along, go ahead and give me a dexterity and drive real quick. You very nearly miss hitting what looks to be a motorcycle, just a tiny bit larger than a dirt bike, with two people riding it as they zip off into another alley. Their reflexes were just a wee bit faster than yours, but the two combined mean that you did not hit them. Lenka, you would also notice that they cut from one street through an alley across another street and into an adjoining alley, and they disappear from sight.
Damn it. Am I smart enough to not make any rash decisions? They did touch my stuff.
They did. They did touch your stuff.
They did touch my stuff.
They did.
I want to get down in that alley.
Okay.
Well,
Go ahead.
wait, hold on. I want a clarifying question first.
Okay.
I'm on the rooftop, and
Yes.
they drove into the alley, and that's kind of where I lost sight of them.
Yep.
Is it an alley that just ends, or does it go through to another street?
Most of the alleys in Philadelphia can join with other streets.
Okay, so but I didn't see them go out on the other side.
You didn't see them go out on the other side, but you're not able to really see the other side of the alley. It is dark. Most of the alleys are not lit very well.
Well, I have Oblivion Sight. I can see. But I will still go down in there.
Okay. Give me just 1 second here. just need to pull up a couple of things.
Listen, I'm just gonna eat them a little bit if I find them. Don't worry about it. I'll teach them about not touching other people's stuff. Maybe I'll show one guy how nice it is or not nice it is when I touch his stuff. You know, the other guy.
Yeah.
Quite inappropriately.
So go ahead and give me a resolve and investigate. Because now you're searching for them. Yeah. Unless you want to spend one of your 2 remaining willpower, they have vanished into the night.
Ooh.
Okay. You do see at the far end of the alley, a few streets over, that they're still going. You can see the faint flicker of a red tail light.
Ooh, I'm after him.
Okay. Cyrene, as you are collecting yourself from stopping short and almost plowing into this motorbike, you see Lenka jump down off the building and run into the alleyway that the motorbike went into. The alleyway is not large enough to fit the van.
I figured. She's gonna. Okay. Split second decision. Yeah, no. She's gonna park the car, yell at Cass to keep it running, and try to dash after Lenka, yelling Lenka's name.
Stamina and athletics, please.
Yeah, 1 success.
Yeah, you pump your legs like crazy. You are putting your all into this. And Lenka just keeps getting further and further and further ahead of you. Lenka, may I please also have a stamina and athletics? Okay. You are doing a better job at keeping up with the bike, but they got a fair amount of a head start on you. So you're not closing the gap, but you are maintaining the distance.
That's fine. I just want to know where they're going.
They follow this alley for a few more blocks before making a hard right-hand turn.
Okay.
As you exit out into the street that they exited out into, may I have one more resolve an investigation, please? Yeah, they're gone like a fart in the wind. Cyrene, it is about this time that you catch up with Lenka.
Call her resonance. She just shoves Lenka in the shoulder. and it has bloody tears in their eyes.
Lenka will see that and push Cyrene far into the alley, up against the wall. Quit that.
Fuck you. And just start
Fuck
stalking
you
back to the pan.
Wipe that off.
Grumbles as she does so, because she knows it's a massacre. It's like not crying yet, but it was there. And she's like, scrub. Just stalking and swearing in a mixture of German, Russian, and Italian.
At least we know kind of which direction they went.
Cyrene's gonna whirl around and jab a finger in Lenka's chest.
What?
You promised to stay. You went somewhere I couldn't follow. And you keep doing that.
They hurt you. I had to do something.
By leaving me alone.
You... Shit.
Cyrene is angry, scared, terrified. Just grabs Lenka and pulls her in as tight as she can.
Could have gone numb.
I know you're trying to protect me. And I know I need to get stronger, and I'm trying. But I can't do that if I need you to be smart, Lenka. And I know you're trying. I need you. Just as much as you need me.
So you want me to just do nothing? Just watch you get shot with this weird thing? And do nothing?
And Cyrene kind of looks around and realizes this is not the place and just tugs. That's not car, home.
You're right, fine. They walk in silence back to the car.
Yeah, no, it's dead silent. And Cass is just sitting in the seat looking very awkward as the two of them come back.
So, first thing I would like for you to both do for me is mark down on your sheets in your haven the compromised flaw.
Doesn't it technically already have that with the shared dot?
Kind of.
Okay.
But compromised is different from shared.
Okay. How many dots?
1 dot.
We're gonna have to stay somewhere else now.
I know. And this is as they're driving back. Islington's probably gonna make me stay at the family house.
I think I know a place for tonight.
Cyrene just kicks at the chair that she's sitting in. Fuck.
What was that?
It's some sort of device to draw out Vitae.
Why?
To test it for something.
Who would do that?
Thin Bloods, SI, Banu Hakim, other Tremere. Anybody with enough science to try and understand our condition, take your pick.
What exactly did they think to get out of this? Like, how would they get that sample back?
Considering the last person they did this to was Maddie, and they got her multiple times, probably after I was dead. Or Maddie was dead. If I had to hazard a guess.
Who the fuck is dumb enough to shoot you in your own haven while I'm there? Maybe that's good they don't know about me.
Or they didn't get... From the angle, it was very... Cyrene was the one standing up, so she was the more obvious target, I'm assuming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She would have been a target of opportunity, yes.
Cyrene will kind of point to Lenka. You were sitting, I was standing. If they knew... Considering they attacked a haven, they probably know who's in it. It was a matter of which one they could get first. Though it does look like we're dealing with something down south if we're going by a pattern. Because it was first Maddie, then me. And that was kind of the pattern down south with those mages, too.
So what do?
We pack. We find a new place. Or... She frowns. I don't want to be separate.
I don't want to be separate either.
There is an option. Someplace where you both could stay.
We could bunk up in the Coterie Haven tonight. Just, the gargoyle there is probably gonna keep a closer eye on me than you.
Are you saying I'm failed?
No, I'm saying apparently, according to what Islington and Zero Learn were sharing with me, that I'm going to share with everybody tomorrow, along with this whole Michael thing, and now that, I got shot, that we are... The gargoyles have limited time warping abilities, and this faction doesn't seem to lack the Tremere very much. So, or at least the old Tremere, especially given what Lynch and all his ilk did. So it's going to be interesting.
What the actual fuck?
Again, if you want to leave.
Heck no, this is cool.
God fucking damn it, Lenka. And Cyrene will actually laugh. And it's a very much stress relieving laugh.
So, the two of you arrive back at the Haven to begin packing. There is one thing, Lenka, that you would notice. Rook has not been back to the Haven since you told him to keep an eye on Bambi.
Good. Wait.
It's been like a week, right?
I have heard from him, haven't I? Or no?
You have. You have.
It occurred to me. Maybe we should go by see if Rook needs anything. Maybe tell him what's going on.
Okay. It's on the way to the Coterie Haven. And Cyrene will kind of gather like the very basics of their altar, a couple books, like all their client notes and special journals in a bag, and some changes of clothes. And look over.
Lenka will. Sorry,
Go ahead.
you just finished.
Oh, and we'll just kind of wait by the door for Lenka. Weapons, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, Lenka's gonna just pack some spare sets of clothes and all her weapons and all the cash that she has lying around, and the blanket.
Cyrene would also pick up the pieces of the thing and stick them in the duffel bag because she's going to want to scry this or spirits touch it later.
Okay. So y'all are able to get your stuff packed. And you said you wanted to stop off to see Rook first?
Yeah.
Okay. So you depart from the Haven with as much of your stuff packed as you could in a short amount of time. It is now getting on 1 a.m. As you get to the hotel, you make it to Bambi's room. You knock on the door. Give me a wits and awareness, both of you, please.
I don't want to ask, but does the death specialty come into play? Because I have concerns if it does.
No.
Just the one.
Damn
Okay.
it.
Thankfully, the difficulty was low because y'all are right at the door. You hear a male and female voice kind of like, shit, 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 quick, get dressed. And as the moments pass, the door opens, and you can see Bambi hastily adjusting her pencil skirt. Rook's shirt is well and truly unbuttoned, and her makeup is, she's got her eyeliner and mascara running down her cheeks, her lipstick smeared. He's still got traces of lipstick on his face.
Cyrene will just reach into a baggie and hold out a packet of wet wipes.
Like, this girl's makeup is ruined.
Hi.
Hi. Bambi just sheepishly takes the wet wipes and retreats further into the room.
I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'll just be over. And she kind of scoots to let Lenka talk to Rook because she doesn't know who Bambi is. She's assuming it's some sort of arrangement, and will, give Lenka the
It's kind of an arrangement.
Oh, sure.
Cyrene
Lenka's
wants
gonna.
probable deniability on knowing the touchstone.
Lenka will walk in and she will go over to Rook, grab him by the collar and pull him down. What the fuck did I tell you?
If it makes any difference, I didn't start it.
It doesn't make any difference.
You know how things get. We were sitting, we had some wine, we were eating a nice dinner, watching a movie, and before I knew it, things progressed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You, sir, are banned from going to visit Mother for a month, at least. And Bambi, too.
I mean,
I think it's called house arrest.
Rook just kind of jerks himself back upright, crosses his arms over his chest. Fine. And he grabs his duffel bag from behind the couch, slings it over his shoulder, and saunters out of the hotel room.
You should probably wait for us.
I'll wait in the lobby.
Great. The house is compromised, so we're gonna figure something out. And like as she says that, Lenka will like nod over at Cyrene.
Cyrene
So,
stayed in the hallway, so.
Oh, okay.
Rook is just walking over to the walking down the hall to the elevator. Bambi has retreated back into the bedroom of the hotel room.
Cyrene, you don't have to be in the hallway.
I wanted to give you, Mr. Rook's lady friend, some privacy. I'm just gonna go with him in the lobby.
That lady friend is why I'm here. Well, Rook too, but she's my lawyer friend, you idiot.
Oh.
Bambi.
Oh.
I told Rook to protect her, make sure nothing happened to her. I told them to also keep their hands off of each other. And then she raises her voice a little bit so she knows Bambi can hear it. Clearly, they have no respect.
This is as your ST. That is rich coming from you.
Yeah. And she knows.
Just kind of looks at Lenka. We're just gonna save this conversation for the car.
What?
Just.
I see the joke. Not that dumb.
Okay.
Is there any other parting shot that you would like to give to Bambi before you all depart from the hotel?
You first.
Lenka will give Bambi a description of what she saw tonight. And if she can find any information, that would be helpful.
And Cyrene will give her business, for the therapy office. If you can't get a hold of this one, I'm usually able to kind of wrangle.
He's not going to get in any trouble, is he?
Rook? Oh, yeah.
Gives Lenka a look.
I gave an order and he ignored it.
And you can't just go ordering people around.
Why not?
We're people. We have needs.
Shit,
you pulled me out of New York all the way here to a strange city, and then you left me in a hotel with a very, very pretty man.
He's not that pretty.
Listen, just because you dabble in the love that dare not speak its name doesn't mean that I don't like pretty men.
Right. Right, sure. Fine. He can stay. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Probably safer here anyway. Oh, yeah. By the way, that's Cyrene. Cyrene, that's Bambi. How you met?
Hi, I'm a business associate at Lenka's.
Mm-hmm.
She will. Bambi will give you a once over. Notice your outfit before shooting a look at Lenka and going, business associate.
Mm-hmm. Do a lot of business together.
Oh, I'm sure you spend a lot of long hours doing very hard business together.
Cyrene is just looking at the ceiling and just
Like, oh look, ceiling tiles.
no, it's just one of those things where she's trying not to snicker
You
because
know,
here's Lenka, saying you can't fraternize as coworkers, and then hot meat
this is
kettle.
different.
And Cyrene, does Lenka say that to Cyrene when she notices
No.
the okay?
It's like,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Hypocrisy.
Cyrene will just kind of shoot Bambi a wink before. Oh, look, ceiling tiles.
Right. As I mentioned before, we kind of got a little bit. Well, she did. So we're gonna head somewhere else. We just wanted to check in on you guys and make sure that you're okay. And then give you this information in case you can find anything on them.
And Bambi just nods.
And if you can't, that's fine. Just means we're gonna look a little bit harder.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
You're a gem. Thanks.
So, Rook is at the end of the hall, just kind of standing at the elevator. He decided not to wait in the lobby, but rather wait at the elevator. Since both of you went into the hotel room, he's like, well, I don't have to stand out in the hall and make awkward small talk with Mix LeClaire, so I'm going to wait here at the elevator. Do you summon him back to the room?
I think just on the way out, Lenka's gonna be like, "You can fucking stay."
He gives you a genuine smile and a polite bow. Thanks, Lenka.
People have needs, right?
Sometimes it's more than just that.
Don't
And
tell
he,
me. Oh God.
without saying another word, he just heads back into the room. The door closes, leaving the two of you in the hallway alone.
That's adorable.
Cyrene will smile and take Lenka's hand after checking her phone, seeing the messages from Benny. Come on. Benny's wanting us to get there as quick as possible and check in.
Yeah. All right. Let's go then.
Okay. And she'll wait to talk more when they're in like the moving car and
Yep.
once inside kind of look at Lenka. Before this, and she gestures to the where the torn flannel is kind of peeking out. I meant what I said, that I was here to help, and it's a snag that we hit, but I want to help you, and I need to know you're invested in the help and want to go through with it. And if you do, you can't be running off after people.
What was I supposed to have done?
Watch my back like I watch yours. And like I said, I'm working on getting to the point where I can legitimately protect your back outside of, helping you play nice with other people and apologizing for, hey, I accidentally, gave your kid a really awkward hug. And, here's some extra money to go get what you need. This is, I've been thinking, you, that night when we met the Fae, you lost something because you were trying to make sure I was safe. And I want to get to the point where you don't have to do that again and protect you.
Oof, ouchie, my fifis.
I told you I've been thinking about it.
Lenka nods and grabs Cyrene's hand. She always used to do.
Lenka,
Yeah.
as you take Cyrene's hand, you feel this flicker inside you. It's not much, but it's almost how it used to feel back in Florida when y'all first started this.
She will squeeze it and just nod. I want to do this for you, for everyone. They don't deserve to have a shitbag around. I don't want to be a shitbag. Shut up, stupid
Damn Philly traffic.
Tell us how you really feel, Philadelphia.
I I just need direction. What to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. To make the good decisions until I stop second guessing. But
You got there.
it's not fair that you're going to be around all the time to help me out. So.
I can help you learn. And then from there, once you learn, it's a matter of getting some practice in. And she'll just squeeze Linka's hand. I have a feeling John is probably going to be at our next work meeting. Probably starting with a sorry is a good way to go. And asking, given what I've seen of John, the visions I've had of how he put those heads in the duffel bag, I think he might have some advice on how to get back to where you were better than I do.
All right. I'm sorry for running off.
And I'm sorry for shoving you and yelling.
It felt good, didn't it?
A little. I need to start going to Smashbox more.
Oh, we could go now. Wait.
How about we go get settled in and we'll see what tomorrow night brings?
Fine.
Like we used to do down south in Florida.
Okay.
As the van pulls into one of the older style carriage houses adjacent to the Coterie Haven, the doors close, and you see the individual who closed the doors behind the van as Cass turns off the engine and hops out is the ever smiling, oh so familiar face of your Coterie ghoul, Mr. Carey. Well, hey, kids. How's it going tonight? Heard you got into a bit of a tussle, need a place to lay low?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's okay. Me and Sugar Britches were just having dumplings earlier. You know, that reminds me of a question. Maybe I asked you this, and he points at Lenka.
Okay.
You know, dumplings imply the existence of a single large dumple. My question is, and he points at Cyrene, if you had a dumple, would you eat it?
What? Uh, why are you asking me this?
That's a simple question, yes or no. If you had a dumple, would you eat it?
No,
Oh, I would. I'd have seconds. Well, come on. And he
probably
kind of
throw up.
waves you deeper into the coterie haven.
They'll follow, Cyrene not letting go of Lenka's hand if she hasn't.
Oh no.
As he leads you all into the coterie haven and down a narrow flight of steps into the basement, you see the basement has been kind of almost subdivided. There are thin walls that have been put up to kind of offer more private sleeping areas with cots and sleeping bags. I had spoken with Betty, sweet woman, wonderful woman. She said y'all folks were going to be staying down here for a little while, and I kind of figured that, well, you kids might be going to the mattresses on this one, so I took the liberty of getting things set up for everybody to stay down here if they needed to.
That's sweet of you. And then she leans into Cyrene. Was that good? Did I sound genuine?
Cyrene will just kind of give her a subtle nod and a hand squeeze.
Oh, heck, kids, this ain't my first mob war. And he turns around and walks back up the steps.
Good to know, dude.
Thank you, Mr. Carey. Let me know if you and Sugar Britches need anything.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to head back to her place and just lay low for a bit.
Okay. Oh,
I'll see you at the next clubhouse meeting.
sounds good. Let me know your favorite colors.
Oh, me? I'm more of a paisley man.
Understood. She makes a note in one of her notebooks, and Lenka can clearly read paisley yarn.
And with that, we have just enough time for some parting shots for the evening before we end our session. You would notice that there is in the area that was divided, there is one area that was divided out that is clearly divided out with enough space for two cots.
Lenka will go and just put her stuff in a corner, sit down on the cot, test it out. Oh, not too bad.
Yeah. Been worse. And Cyrene will set her stuff down and kind of push her cot closer than Lenka. I'm gonna shower and patch this up real quick, and then probably ask Cass if I can do a little nibble, depending on how things go.
Do you need help patching up or showering?
She'll hold out hands. Come on.
It's like old days, and she'll grab her hand and follow.
And with that, we will call an end to our scene here in Philly. I thank you both for your time and effort. I'm going to dismiss the bots